You know what's a creepy place? Sure, you've all seen the classic rundown hut in dark forest or some nasty abandoned city in the middle of nowhere. But I'd like to add one more to that list. A digital world made of data, bytes being slowly eaten alive by glitches and bugs. That's exactly what you will find in the corruption. And now you might ask, what's the corruption all about? Well, this game is an action FPS horror title with platforming and puzzle sections. A lot of times we'll need to unlock doors or figure out how to open passages. It also feels a bit like a walking simulator because, yeah, you will walk a lot, and sometimes your only tool for protection will be taken away, leaving you totally defenseless. I got more info about the story from the game's Steam page than from the game itself. While playing, you will hear random voices, find floppy desks with notes from the world inhabitants, and sometimes chat via phone with some, let's call them people, who share bits about what's going on in this broken virtual space. Why call them people? Because the whole situation in the corruption is pretty wild. This world is digital, built as an utopia for data to live in. You will see corrupted autocells still trying to live their digital lives, doing daily tasks, acting like this place is normal. But like any digital product, it has errors and bugs, and in place that was meant to be digital haven, that's not great. So, of course, over time, the system needed patches and updates. At first, things were okay, but later updates brought more bugs instead of fixes, slowly breaking the world and turning the once safe digital space into a corrupted mess. As the world started to fall apart, the inhabitants were transformed into zealots, basically digital zombies, as the devs put it. They are corrupted processes taken over by the glitch. And you're one of the few uncorrupted processes left, free to move around and tasked with destroying the corruption. Your main tool is the Process Termination Grenade Launcher, basically the alt control delay of destruction or magical pseudo command. Once a grenade hits an enemy, they are stopped instantly. Boom, done. There are different types of these digital zombies. Besides the regular zealots, you've got bigger ones called Partisan. They are tankier, take more hits, and when they die, they break into small tiny zealots. Luckily, your grenade launcher can be upgraded to drop sticky grenades that explode on contact. But don't expect a full weapon loadout. This isn't Doom. Even when unarmed, you've got some smart ways to survive. Red colored gates kill anything that touches them, you and enemies. There are also special devices that shoot out lines of data. The blue ones are safe to walk on, while the red ones are dead. Use them wisely. Now the world itself is really something. Everything is shaped in squares, solid black blocks, flat surfaces, long narrow hallways. It all floats in this weird empty void that feels lonely, like the world is slowly dying. That rough design is mixed with human-like objects, chairs, dead trees, benches, computers, desks. It's like this digital space once mirrored our real world, but after the corruption spread, most of it turned into dark, lifeless shapes. For a small game that only takes a few hours to finish, the atmosphere is pretty effective. Add to that some creepy phone calls. Yep, old phones randomly ring, and when you pick up, a voice tells you what's going on or where to go. It's super eerie and makes you feel like you are always being watched, which, yeah, you kinda are. Every byte in this world is being monitored. I've got to admit I usually don't like horror games, but this one surprised me. It doesn't rely on cheap jump scares. The enemies don't need to see you to attack, they just need to be close. You will usually hear them before you see them, which gives you time to react. So instead of making you jump every 5 seconds, the corruption builds real tension. You feel alone, stuck in twisted digital world that's slowly falling apart. Now, of course, the game isn't perfect. It's made by a small developer and you can't tell there's that classic indie junk vibe. The basic gameplay, simple animations, kind of a first 3D project feel. If you've played smaller indie titles before, you will know what I mean. They often try to be big, but you can see the limits. But here's the twist. In the corruption, that rough and simple style actually worked in its favor. It fits the setting. This broken digital world is supposed to feel strange and unfinished, and somehow that low budget vibe makes it feel more real. Still, there are bugs, game-breaking ones, like I once finished a level by jumping into a blue lit hole, as usual. But on one map, I found another hole, jumped into it, and found a locked door with data bytes moving across it. I jumped right through, smooth as butter. I thought it was part of the level, but turns out I skipped the whole section and missed the weapon I was supposed to get. Problem? There is no manual save system, only autosave. My last checkpoint was before the locked door, so yeah, I need to replay a few hours to get back to that spot. Another issue, sometimes it's so dark and empty that you don't know where to go. It's easy to get lost, walking in circles trying to find a hidden path that's only visible from a certain angle. Plus, like many small projects, there are a few optimization problems. Random frame drops now and then. Still, if you like this type of atmospheric horror games, there's a link in the description where you can check it out, and if you enjoyed the experience, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will catch you in the next video with another weird game to dive into. See ya!